So this was your most visually stunning and challenging directorial effort. Do you find that when you step behind the lens, it kind of affects your approach when you step in front of it after such a large feat like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it all sort of, it all is sort of connected. For me, directing, you're always sort of thinking about the whole movie. So as an actor, you're part of that whole thing. So it's always connected to that. But for me, this movie, I really wanted to make a film that was visual and the storytelling would be visual because I felt like the character was a guy who really cared about pictures, and it's about a guy trying to find a piece of film, and I felt like that made sense, and also a movie that would work on the big screen because I feel like these days it's not the way that people are seeing a lot of movies on the big screen, and to have something that would work up there to me was important too.
Absolutely, you have to see this on the big screen because
yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah.
So the use of music to me was so amazing. Like the score, everything about it, Arcade Fire, Jose Gonzalez, it almost felt like its own character, the music. Will you kind of talk about that and what you think, your music selection did, how it affected the music tonally, the film tonally?
Yeah, I mean, it was important to me. The music in movies is very important to me, and how the music connects with the imagery is, that's one of the great things about movies, I think. And for me, I felt that Jose Gonzalez's voice was very special, and was a fan of his, and I asked him to come see the movie early on when we were editing, and he collaborated with Teddy Shapiro, who's our composer, and he started humming along on the score, and we sort of wanted him to be basically sort of, almost like Walter's voice throughout the movie, and we'll use a lot of his songs and Junip songs, which is his band, and it was, for me, it was a very important part of the tone of the movie.
Absolutely, and I loved it. I was just
like, great.
Another good one.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So how much of the film would you say is rooted in fantasy, and how much would you say is rooted in reality?
Well, I feel like the movie sort of has its own reality level to it, and in a way, that's intentional for the story that we're telling. Obviously Walter lives in his head a lot of the time, and in the first part of the movie, but also his fantasy life is important. It's an important part of who he is, and I wanted to translate in that his fantasies are sort of what are responsible for getting him out into the world, even though they're also holding him back from experiencing the real world. So the whole thing I wanted to sort of have, to be infused with that, so that when he goes out into the world and starts living his real life, it is as full and as rich as his fantasies were.
A good lesson we should all heed.
Yeah.
So now, it really was your movie, Walter's movie, but you were also surrounded by such an incredible ensemble. Sean Penn, Kristen Wiig, Shirley MacLaine. I was so happy to see her. What was it like having these amazing supporting characters?
Well, I felt it was great to be, when you're working with actors who are amazingly talented and iconic like that, it was important to me to have these characters have an energy about them that an audience could, when you see them, they bring a lot already. And I felt Cheryl, Kristen's character, it was a very short amount of time that they actually have together to get together on screen, and I felt like an audience could really connect with her, and Kristen's such an amazing presence, and she has such a great sense of humor, and she's such a good actress, and she has a sweetness, and just people, I could understand, for me as an audience, why Walter would want to be with her. And of course Sean and Shirley are just, they're one-of-a-kind actors.
And add Pat in the mix, we got it all.
Oh, Patton's the best.
Great. Well, you were fantastic, and this really was a special film, and we can't wait to have it on AMC screens.
Thank you very much.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.